service. What's up, listeners? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Full Service Podcast. I am Tank Smith, your host. Welcome. It's week 18, episode 18. We are back. I hope everybody had a good week. Last week's episode, Be Cool. It was a solo. It was just me talking for a little bit. I kind of discussed do's and don'ts for clients. I talked about the Atlanta comedy scene for a little bit. These crazy open mics it's a good time. It's a short one. I think last week's episode, maybe it was like 30 minutes, so it wasn't bad at all. But no, it's week 18 now. I know everybody who's listening to the podcast right now has already subscribed to us on Instagram and Twitter. We're at Full Service Pod. My personal Instagram and Twitter is TankFunkadelic. And our email, baby, shoot us an email. Let us know what you think about the podcast, what you want to hear on the podcast. If you want to be on the podcast, fullservicepod@gmail.com. Reach out. I'm always looking for guests. I want to hear what your experience is. If you are not subscribed to the podcast, subscribe. If you could write us a review, do that. Give us a rating. Let us know what you think. If you love the podcast, let us know. If you hate the podcast, fucking let us know. But no, any feedback fucking definitely helps. Gotta do the shameless plugs at the beginning, Tank. What are you doing? I've recorded this intro a good, no joke, 20 times. So my roommate has to be like, what the fuck? He's repeating the same thing over and over. And it's getting marginally better every time. Let's see if this one takes. But, it's really hard to say what's going to work out. But no, we're here. It's a new week. I got an interview for you today. I told you. It's, this was, I actually recorded this in August. So this is, going back to the vault. This is the first, male escort I ever interviewed and webcam model. So I was excited about that. I'm excited about this interview. We had a good time. It's actually, this was like a marathon interview. If you want to, we recorded like part of the interview and then like I left, went to the movies, went to go eat, and then we met back up, recorded the second part with his wife. And it was fun. There's lots of noise happening in the background. There's some couches, there's some desks, there's some typing on a keyboard, because we're like live on webcam while this thing is going on. People are kind of like asking questions, and yeah, so it was a good time. He wanted to remain anonymous for the podcast, but he's like, yo, you can pick any name you want for me, just do whatever. So I chose Dino Spumoni, who was he was a big band swing singer from Hey Arnold, kind of like based off like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin kind of character. So yeah, fucking appreciate Dino for coming on the podcast. But I know we discuss webcamming, getting into escorting, swinging, being married. But no, it was a good time, and I'm definitely sure you guys will enjoy this. This is my interview with Dino. I don't think I left anything out. I think this is going to be the last take for the intro. I think that's it. Enjoy the interview. Thanks. All right, what's up, listeners? Thanks for tuning in to the Full Service Podcast. It's Tank Smith. I got here with me today. Thanks for being on the podcast.
No problem, man. How you doing today?
I'm good. Heck yeah, we're live right now.
We're live in Europe. We're live in
Europe right now. We're a cam, baby.
Yeah.
What website is this?
This is.
Hell yeah.
I'm on here like 24 hours a day. It seems like.
Live. I can hear everything you're typing. I can literally hear
the really?
Microphone.
I'm almost done. I just tell them to ask whatever the questions they want, so they can hear themselves on iTunes and SoundCloud, wherever it is.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we're plugging the pod. We're finding out questions from the listeners abroad today. I appreciate you doing the podcast. We're here in Atlanta. I just moved here from North Carolina. How long? Where are you from originally? Actually,
from the land down under.
Australia.
Yeah. No. I'm from California originally.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, California.
Oh yeah. How long you been in Atlanta?
I've been out here since 2010.
Okay. How do you like it?
I love it out here.
Oh,
People are nice.
Yeah.
People are nice. Food's good. It's cheaper.
Yeah. Anything's cheaper in fucking California, dude.
Yeah.
God. How,
There's not as many freaks out here, though. We got way more freaks in California.
Were you in Southern California?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
yep.
Yeah.
Way more freaks out there. Way more sluts. There you go.
Way more sluts?
Way more sluts.
Way more. East Coast, Atlanta, what are you doing? Bring back the sluts. We need
more sluts.
Oh, if you're a slut, hey, subscribe to the podcast. Hey, tell your friends about it. We're pro slut here. We like everybody. How long have you been escorting? How long have you been doing that?
I'm actually pretty new. Well, I'm new to being an official escort, but
Okay.
I mean, I've been doing sex for money for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
Even though that's not officially escorting, but
yeah,
if you want to count getting paid to do sexual stuff, I don't know what you call that, but
I guess technically, I mean, there's a lot of different. Yeah, like sugar babies, they do the same
sugar
thing.
daddies, sugar babies.
Yeah, it's all the same thing, I guess. But I guess how long officially would you say you've been doing it?
I'd say about a year.
Okay, how's it going so far?
That's all right. I mean, honestly, I like doing the cam stuff better.
You like doing the cam stuff better?
Yeah, I think there's more of a clientele there.
Really?
As a male escort, as you can imagine, there's not as much clientele running around.
Yeah.
Looking for swinging cock to get fucked. By, so it's like
because it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You're shopping a product that's
that's everywhere.
But I'm sure the experience it's gonna be good with you though.
Yeah, it's awesome with me.
Yeah,
right?
You heard that here first, folks. Let's holla at them. I guess how'd you kind of get into the whole like escorting or like see that as a viable like opportunity? I guess.
Well, I'm just a sex freak to begin with. All I do is think about sex, fucking, sucking. Everything is just sex. So it's like at one point I was like, man, can I get paid to do this? Like, what can I do to earn some money? And that's just kind of how it trickled downhill right there. But I mean, I think it's great. It's fine. People have their mixed opinions about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're making people happy essentially. Yeah. Like before you started, did you ever say like I think I could be a male escort, or just kind of like organically happen?
It's a good question. I think I just put myself out there. It's like,
okay,
you know what? I just had to grow some balls one day. You're like, you know what? Fuck, I could do this.
Yeah.
I've walked into the room of the orgies, and I've done so many group and orgy kind of things, because my wife and I are swingers. So we're just group to group to group or whatever. I mean, even when I was younger.
Okay.
My experience with, couples and threesomes and more than 3 or 4 is, it kind of set me up to where I am today, where it just said, hey, I can do this. So just put myself out there and we'll see what happens.
And people have just been hitting you up.
Yeah, people hit me up,
Where, I guess I'm mainly more from like, I don't really know anything about the like male escort world or like even finding like, I searched in Atlanta and I found like literally like 3. Like how did I?
You found me?
Yeah, I found you. I found you on.
Well, that just means out of the 3 million people out here that I'm one of the top 3 that showed up. That's pretty much what it is.
Top 3 in Atlanta, dude. Where do you primarily advertise?
That website.
Okay.
That's pretty much the only website I'll advertise on. Otherwise, it's just mainly communicating and hustling and kind of making connections and meeting people. That's kind of how you make things happen on the male side of escorting. Okay, it's not as easy for it's harder for men than it is for women. Yeah, women just throw up a couple pictures and a phone number, ring. It's not that easy for us, so we have to have some communication skills and one-on-one kind of be able to relate with people.
Are you ever kind of like seeing somebody before they're a client and then they become a client, or is it you're just them? Are you having to hit somebody up initially, or are they kind of coming to you for that?
Both.
I guess they're coming through the website.
Yeah, I mean they come both really.
Okay.
Yeah. It just depends on the situation, how it's going, and how you kind of feel it out.
That makes
You might be talking to someone like, oh, this guy's a fucking creep, and you're like, all right. I mean, he's gonna get another $200 on the bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't care. I'm not losing nothing, right?
Yeah. Did you have any? I guess before you started, did you have any expectations of like what escorting was at all, or?
Not really. I mean, I've been around escorts and porn stars pretty much my whole life. So, I mean, I grew up in Southern California.
Yeah,
porn capital of the world. So
yeah.
I already knew the expectations. I already kind of knew everything, ahead of time. So.
Yeah.
You just don't set real high expectations.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do every day.
Yeah.
It's just it. I just if I wake up, then it's good.
What is that saying? Shoot for the stars, or
yeah, if you miss, you shoot for the moon. If you miss, you land among the stars. Or
something like that. Yeah.
How many people we got watching the cam right now?
Only 11 because I'm not naked and doing shit right now. So
if only.
See, the way it works is my cam is on the page, and like everyone else's.
Yeah.
But when people see action going on the page, like, oh, that's interesting. What is that?
So
they click to it.
Yeah. If I'm looking at a cam and there's a naked person, I'm like, oh,
it makes more sense. Like, I'm
obviously gonna watch this cam.
Yeah. Although I will pick up quite a bit of viewers by just kind of sitting here looking, and all of a sudden they start liking my eyes and all this stuff. So it just all depends. It's only it is 4:00. So what is that in United Kingdom? I forget.
It's probably like 9:00 over there.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
What time is it over there? I know you can hear me. Let me turn my mic.
Yeah, I think it's probably they're probably like 4 or 5 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So when you
they are
9:00,
you're right.
Oh shit! No,
yeah,
5
right on the money. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! I used to work for a British company, so I'm always like, "What time is it in England?" When you first started, did you tell anybody like close to you that you were escorting at all, or
my wife?
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it being in a relationship and doing it?
I mean, you have to have your significant other has to be supportive, and understanding. That's for sure. And my wife and I have a very awesome relationship. So, we have girlfriends all the time. I play with guys. It's just like we just have a very unique relationship. So it doesn't put any strain on us. You know? She actually will drive me to the person's house, and then she'll collect the money, and then and then she'll go and do my thing, and then come pick me up. So it all works out. Yeah,
because if you have that clear line of communication about then there's
yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of times I try to get my wife involved.
Oh, nice.
But when a guy is just straight gay, he doesn't want anything to do with the woman there. It's just, and I've actually ran into that quite a few times.
Really?
And they're just, they're like, no, I never done anything with women before. So they're just too shy to have a woman there. So
okay,
they just don't want anyone there.
Would you have to charge more for that?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You're right. I did do that once. I did do that. I did charge.
Okay.
More. And actually, I did have one guy that paid me $5,000 for him to suck my dick. Just for him to suck my dick.
$5,000?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you realize you could just walk down the street and probably ask any guy.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I just want to suck your dick. I'm like, okay. If that's what you want to do, you can pay me $5,000 and I'll let you suck my dick. So that's $5,000 richer, Hey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Was it a one-time thing?
It was a one-time thing, and he was one of the guys that was gay that didn't want to have anything to do with my wife being there. So
yeah,
and that's how it came about to this price, because my wife and I were at a hotel and we were hanging out by the pool.
Yeah,
and he came down, and my wife had to go to her room to get a towel or something. He's like, "Hey man, can I suck your cock?" I was like, okay. My wife's gonna want to watch. Like, how do you even approach? Like, did you know I was gonna?
Yeah.
I think I had like a half boner or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He's like, but anyway, I was like, yeah, my wife wants to watch, and he's like, no, I can't do that. I've only been with men. I'm like, well, she's gonna want to watch. And he's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I was like, well, here, just take down my number, figure it out.
Yeah.
So he called me, or he texted me. He's like, hey man, I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm like, look, dude, my wife wants to be there.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, man, I don't care how much it takes or whatever. I'll pay you $5,000 for me to suck your cock. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
Be like,
I'm like, oh yeah.
Be like, fuck yeah. Have you ever thought about? So I've seen this. There's this couple, like I think maybe Chloe and Oliver, are their names or something. But it's like My Beautiful. They like travel around the country, right? $200 a pop, and you could just go in the hotel room and you'll just like watch them while they fuck. And they just travel from city to city all around the country doing that. Have you ever thought about doing that? I had no it's fucking amazing. They'll just go around the country
if they're paying. Yeah,
it's incredible.
I like to be watched. I'm a nudist. I like to just be naked.
Who would you say, I guess, your average, like, clientele is? Is it mainly men? Is it like women or?
It's men.
Men?
Yeah, there's not a lot of women out there begging for a cock,
Yeah, it's...
and if they are, I mean, the guy's not making them pay, making her pay.
Yeah,
they're just giving it up, you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
You kind of have to have some discipline, a little bit.
With who?
I mean, you gotta set some kind of standard, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever your standard is.
How do you have to see a person, I guess? Like, I know some people, when you're kind of exchanging, like, text with somebody, they'll want, like, a picture of who they're going to see. Do you need a picture of who you're going to see first, or?
It depends on what's going down. So
okay.
It depends on, like, what this person wants, what is going on.
How do you kind of how do you find that out before? Like, are you kind of, like, are they saying kind of what they want through text message?
It's all pretty much up front. It's like, oh, okay, I want a cock to suck, or I want a bottom to fuck, or I want to get fucked. It's kind of like, it's all put out there, up front. Okay.
So you're not worried, like, at all, like, that it's a cop or anything texting you? I mean, I guess, there's, like, no male, I feel like it'd be way hard to catch you.
I mean, most times when you walk into a situation anyway, in this kind of escorting thing is, when you open the door, everyone's clothes are already off and boners are popping everywhere. So you don't have to really worry about a cop. I mean, if a cop is in a room with the hard on getting his dick sucked by another person, then it's not something you have to worry about. You don't
give him the time.
It's like
to pull out the match. He's getting his dick sucked already. He's like, well, I was gonna. Got him.
And the other thing is too, you never do hand in hand exchanges. You just
like you set the money down on the table or donation, whatever. And I'm not touching it.
We got like 22 now. It's climbing up a little
22, bit. 22, fuck yeah. What up, British people?
Great hairy legs. My legs aren't that freaking hairy, dude.
What oh yeah. Have you seen women women clients?
Mm-hmm.
Is there expectation of when they see you a lot different than, I guess, when a man sees you?
No. Women are like, I don't know, it's different. I mean, the expectations are different between each one, but
yeah.
I mean, if you're really bisexual, you know how to balance both of them.
Yeah. Not sensing a situation. Sensing a situation.
You enjoy both, you know, so it works out.
Yeah. Do you think attraction plays into, like, seeing a client at all?
Not for me, because I have zero attraction to men at all.
Okay.
What I'm attracted to is a dick, and that's it. But, like, I don't see any men attractive. I'm attracted to women, but that's it. So with male clients, none of that matters to me.
Okay. I know, like, I think I kind of mentioned earlier, but, like, with like female clients, they'll be like girlfriend experience to where it's more like intimate and shit, like where there's like kids.
I don't know. Some of them are like, I don't know how none of them would want to know who they're seeing. Like I would want to know. Because I want to know actually what the hell I'm going to be sucking on, or what the hell I'm going to be getting fucked on. So that I do require a picture, yes.
Okay.
Because if it's not something that I like, then I'm just not going to move forward. You know what I mean? So women are different. I mean, women escorts are different because it doesn't matter to them, I guess. They're just, to me it matters.
I know erectile dysfunction's a thing. Does that play a factor at all?
I mean, everybody has their moments. I guess it just depends on the day. And I mean, if I'm seeing a customer, then I make sure it's not an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of medicine and stuff you can take out there to fix
that.
No.
No.
But
I always forget about that.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's never an issue unless you allow it. You can fix it.
Okay.
But everyone has their moments.
Yeah.
I mean.
You hear that? Everybody has their moments. It wasn't just me, guys. Oh, boy.
Let me take a quick break real fast.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
What's up, podcast listeners? We're back.
You turned around and got a surprise, didn't you?
Oh, boy. I just turned on the microphone and I just saw Nick. Hey, it's all good.
I thought you were talking to my mic, dude.
Oh, yeah. We're back. We took a break for a couple hours. I went to the movies. I saw the Good Boy movie. I think that's what it was called. Those three kids in middle school. It was a good movie. I recommend it. Now we're back. Thanks for being back on the podcast.
Pleasure.
Now we got +1 also.
Hi.
Thanks for being on the podcast. Hell yeah.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me.
We're back on. If you want to follow, go ahead and do that. We're live right now. We're doing this thing.
Yes, come on.
It'll be past when you're listening to this, but just like go back.
We'll do some private shows for you.
Yeah, just
Ooh, yes.
send them an email or something, and they'll make it happen.
We probably give the best shows here on. We have no idea what we do on here.
It's I've never really messed with before.
Yeah, we put out some crazy shows on here.
How do you like so far?
That's pretty good. It's treating me pretty good. I like it.
How
it's actually my first camps I've ever been on, so I can't be.
There's really nothing to compare it to,
I can't really
but
compare it to anything.
it's been good.
how long have you been on?
2 weeks.
Yeah, not very long.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm
You're
new.
rocking
young in the
Rocking
game.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Have you ever thought about like Snapchat? Like people have premium Snapchats and stuff like that?
Everyone asks me too. I don't do Snapchat. I don't do Twitter.
Okay.
I just do cock and pussy. That's it.
That's all.
That's it.
You said like a fucking. That's what somebody. I feel like in the '80s, like a somebody would be like, I don't fucking tweet. I cock and pussy. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
Who needs Twitter? Dude?
Right?
Yeah.
I be sexting all day.
What
Can we see your friend? Is he hard for you?
Oh
What
god.
is your hobby?
Okay, right now, let me podcast listeners. Let me set the scene. Right.
We need some more token. We haven't got a single token yet. It's
Yeah.
11 o'clock.
That's some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Tip them, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Somebody just asked if they could see me on the cam. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
It's gonna take a little time.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta break them in.
We're gonna need 1,000 tokens.
Woo!
1,000, damn.
Yeah, that's how I'm expensive. I'm expensive. You want me to take my shirt off?
I know
Oh
you-
hell!
We were talking about something the other day, and he's like, tell him you'll do it for 50. I'm like, whew, no, that's 100 right there.
Yeah, I know my
You
worth.
remember what it was, though. Yeah, you're right.
We can invite some more friends over. Oh no, I call a couple guys. They'd be over here pretty fast.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard getting hard sometimes.
It's hard getting hard.
Yeah,
Stage fright.
Sometimes it's hard getting hard.
especially on the internet. Like I feel like it's a lot of pressure. You know, you got that dude in Pakistan right now. Like if you don't get hard, he's not getting hard. That's a lot of like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a major letdown across the world.
Yeah.
But I get hard. Don't worry, Pakistan. I get hard.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but it was funny yesterday. So we were like messaging on Skype and stuff, and then your picture, the profile picture, was just your dick.
Yeah, well,
So
they rejected the other ones. So,
They rejected the other ones.
Yeah,
They would
so
only take the dick.
So no, yeah, they want to take the dick.
Oh.
So I had to.
I'll take the dick.
Yeah. So I did post it. I did do a different dick one though, but just me pinching it.
Your Skype picture is your dick.
Yeah, well, it was. Then
It was-
You would take it?
Because we were messaging, right, and then it would just like it would pop up onto my screen, and it was just your dick. It's just your dick on my phone.
That was funny.
Now you see my dick up close and personal.
Yeah.
Literally and on the one.
Allah.
Yeah, that's what we're all about on the Full Service Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. That's why we're here. Heck yeah. So yeah, we're live on cam right now. There's some people. There's people from all over the world. We got a guy from Pakistan. Where's everybody else from?
It's
We're just.
really early right now.
What time is
I
it?
said we get about 1, 2 o'clock, then it starts getting busy.
Oh, okay. That makes who you getting at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning? Who's the?
Oh, those are all the creeps that are out there, like us.
Are they?
Freaks come out at
Yeah,
night.
the freaks come out at night. So.
Where are they based out of? Where the
Oh, they're all.
All
I
over.
mean, all over.
Everywhere.
So.
They're all over the place.
international freaks? Shout out to all those international. If you're listening to the podcast internationally, I saw we had a listen in
You're a
Canada.
bunch of freaks.
Subscribe to the podcast, rate, review, let us know what's up. Let us know how you're feeling. This is awesome. Yeah, mainly I primarily try to focus on escorts, but I also did want to like talk to someone who does camming because I feel like it's still part of the like sex worker community, you know?
I mean, you're getting paid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's just because I've spent some money. I spent some money on the
I'll be
websites.
I'll be it.
I spent some money on some websites, so yeah, I know how it goes.
Something happened to our broadcast.
No,
What had happened was...
what had no the broadcast is offline. Podcast listeners, we're going in and out on this podcast today. This is an in and out. It's these questions, they might not make sense. Just like timing not make this. Like, there might not be any continuity.
No, not there, baby.
But you keep listening. You
Yeah.
keep listening. We got you.
You don't be pleased.
Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to definitely ask was like, how do you ever feel worried about your safety at all? Like, do you worry at all?
Dude, most people are scared of me.
Oh yeah, I know. Like
Yeah.
your fucking pictures, dog. You jacks as shit, dude. I'm like, fuck.
I mean, people are scared of me, let alone.
Yeah. Are you-
You're right.
Yeah.
I
You've
mean-
always been scared of me my whole life.
Plus, I'm white.
Yeah.
You know, so of course I worry. 'Cause
Yeah.
you always think of like the stuff that could possibly happen or may happen. Or
What
this,
could
that.
happen? Those motherfuckers ain't doing shit to me.
I'm just saying.
I swear they're also. I mean, like, seriously, it's like, people always say that. Aren't you worried about, like, no. Most of the people that are worried
Like,
are
have
worried
you
about
seen
people like
this?
me.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
You're right. But I do.
Yeah, it's just. I guess it's just natural. I mean,
It
it's
is.
I can't worry about myself.
Don't worry
So
about
my
yourself.
my buddy, he said for the 100th episode, I should put out an escort ad and go through with it. Do you think it's possible?
I mean, if you like dick and ass, I mean, yeah, you go for it.
Hey.
Well, can't I just say that I'm looking for women? Can I say that? And then it like. But I mean, that's like, why would? That's not gonna work. That's It's like-
You'll be surprised how many straight guys are in the class. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They
Yeah,
are
no idea.
so
We're on a,
many.
oh, yeah, we're on a swingers website.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
There are so many straight guys that say they're straight, but they really like.
They could get convinced.
They can say that they're straight all they want. They
They're
like.
not, I mean, they're already convinced. They're not ready to go outside.
Right. They're
Okay.
yeah. They do it
I
secretly.
mean, all in reality, I'm in the same way. Like, I don't. Other than some of the very close people that are like
Right.
in our sex life, no, but
But I mean, I get they're not gonna announce it to the world, and I totally understand that. That's
Yeah.
fine. But they're in denial to themselves, and it is what it is.
I feel like it's hard to lie to yourself, though. I feel like you essentially kind of know.
Well, yeah, but they won't admit it, or they'll just sit there and be.
I'm at to the point now. It's like, fuck it, It is what it is. You like what you like. If you don't like it, then
You're right.
fuck off.
You're right.
Yeah.
I like
Preach,
to suck
Daddy,
cock.
preach.
I like to suck cock and get fucking ass.
Hell yeah,
You
you
don't
do.
like it?
Amen.
Get away. Bye. You're not hurting my feelings,
Not hurt my feelings either.
I like this world we're living in. You can-
Yeah, there it is.
Cheers.
It just means I'm having more fun than you are. So,
That's what's up.
That's really, yeah.
You said it, and you're right.
because while you're at home just trying to get laid from your wife, I'm
Trying.
I'm getting pussy and cock and everything I want at home. So,
Sucker.
That sounds like an ideal scenario, really.
It is.
I mean, dude, how lucky am I? I got a wife that only loves women. Okay, she only loves women. She don't want to be no man.
I love my husband.
Yeah.
And I like him.
She only loves women. Okay, so we get to have threesomes with women whenever we want.
Yeah.
I don't have to ever worry about her, wanting to be with another guy. And then I get to have threesomes with the girls, and I get to fuck with guys. So I mean, like,
What?
Y'all are living the best of y'all living y'all's best lives right now.
I mean, like, I don't have nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
None.
You heard it here, folks.
And I get to do this shit, and it's like,
yeah, and you get to do the cam too.
I
Like,
get to I really get to just go out sexually. I can just do what I want. Just fucking run around naked.
I miss walking outside. We used to
Yeah.
walk outside naked at like
I mean, like,
2:30 every day
I'm a very
in our neighborhood.
sexually charged individual.
Yeah.
Just fucking be sex all the time.
You're gonna do sex all the time.
Just do something sexual all the time. Not
There's something.
not
there-
something just like sex, but just sexual. Like,
Well, yeah. Could be a.
yeah. I mean, not even. Yeah, of course, but like even just like walk around naked, ass tap.
do you feel like it's easier for you to get a guy or a girl?
I can get either or.
See, how do you do it? Is it? I mean, but see,
Through
is
me
it,
right-
is it a confidence thing? How do you do it?
Well, you know I could. Who's this? Who's this?
If it goes silent, we're just watching a cam, okay? If it goes silent, we're something else is happening.
Babe, you gonna be in there a second? I'm just gonna sit here and play myself to try to get some more users in here.
Right, so you just did a dice roll to get shit going.
I just started it. Let's see, hey, bud.
It's kind of low right now.
I mean, it's not on.
Yeah, it's recording, but let me just turn on the. I'll turn up the gain a little bit and see how it sounds. Now it's more like sensitive, I think. Hey, check.
Where'd my beautiful wife go? You heard that, babe?
What?
I said, where'd my beautiful wife go? So a lot of them were actually, after the podcast was done earlier, were interested, or they had questions about how I said, like, I'm fully bisexual.
Yeah.
But I'm not attracted to men at all. Like,
I was gonna add, yeah, that was one of the questions.
I'm attracted to women only, but not men. Like, I've never seen a guy who's like, oh, that guy's hot. You know?
So yeah, like how in a session, like if you're not like, how do you get into it? I guess
by how much I love sucking cock and getting fucking ass. Like, that's what I love.
Okay.
You know, I love cock tap. Like, I love all the gay shit, but just not attracted to men. It's weird,
Okay.
but like women, I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
You know? And like, other than having sex with my wife, you know, I almost like having sex with men more. You know, I was like,
You told me that.
yeah, it's like they're more fun. You know, a lot of girls just don't even know what they're doing. You know,
Do dudes just know, like, dudes know more than chicks?
not just more willing. They're not like a girl be like, I've never done that before. You know,
Okay.
while a guy be like, okay, let's try.
to do that. Let me teach you real quick, okay?
Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
shy.
just
I
like more like adventurous. Like,
Yeah,
oh.
like, I'm not shy. I fucking do it. You know,
You're right.
let's just do it. All right, why not? Let's see.
Do you feel like? Do you know if most of the guys you see are probably bi
Yeah,
too? or-
most of the guys I see are pretty much all gay.
Okay.
Which is, it's funny because they've asked me that question, like, you don't see this guy attractive? I'm like, no, I don't see his attractive. Like, if I have an ad up somewhere and a guy will respond, I'll be like, okay, send me a picture.
Yeah.
So he's a gay guy, right?
Yeah.
He sends me a picture of his face. I'm like, dude, I don't want to see your face. I want to see your cock. You know, I'm like, like, that's what I want to see. That's why I'm doing this. You know, I'm not attracted to the face, but, you know, I just want to see, you know, what I'm going to be sucking on or getting fucked on. That's it. You know?
Okay. Do you ever see a dick and you're like, nah?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that one's not for me. You know,
Nice.
that's just kind of the way it is.
Does size matter? Does that work the same way?
You know, it's funny because I asked my wife that question and she always says no. But I think on a guy's perspective, doing gay stuff, I think it does matter. Because, I mean, babe, you've seen me suck little tiny dicks before. Like, I'm holding, like, a finger, and I'm like, you know, it just doesn't
It's
work.
not doing
you know?
it for you.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just not, you know, it's just not satisfying, I guess.
Okay.
You know? Just depends, I guess.
In,
But yes, it does.
in the butt
matter,
too,
yeah.
like bigger is better.
For me, yeah. Because I like to get.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
The elbow.
Yeah.
Nailed.
Stone cold stunner elbow.
Yeah.
Fucking okay. DDP, dude.
What else? What other
When you-
questions you got?
Yeah, when you're seeing somebody, right? I know, like, do you feel the need to like live up to certain expectations at all during a session?
I am the expectations.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta live up to my own expectations.
Yeah. Do you feel under pressure at all during sessions when you're seeing anybody, or is it just
99% of the time, no. Because, you know what's funny is, like, as submissive as I am,
yeah?
I'm very dominant at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I'm dominant where I'm like, bend me over. You know, do this to me.
Oh, okay.
Do this to me. Like, so I'm dominant in that way.
Okay.
Like, if I'm not doing that, like, I'm being very dumb. You know, I'm telling them what to do.
Okay.
Which is weird because I'm kind of like always being very dominant, but at the same time being dominant to myself at being submissive as well.
Okay.
So it works.
That makes sense. And I guess every guy, everybody, do people want a certain thing when they come and see you, or is it really just?
Yeah, I mean, usually it's pretty much made clear before.
Okay, yeah, because you said you're texting them before, like, what?
Yeah,
Because
it's
you want to
like-
know what they want before they
Yeah,
see.
because I mean, certain things are gonna cost certain things, you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Because you'd also want them to come up here and then they're like, hey, can you do this? And then I'm like, what the fuck? Dog? I wasn't ready for that.
yeah, like I'm not gonna do something that I'm not gonna do, or I'm not gonna, you know, if it has to be balanced, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why like, earlier I was saying, do I like to see a picture? Yeah, I like to see a picture. You know, like the
Yeah.
girls don't. I'm like,
I wonder. I think,
You
but
know what?
that's a difference between the like, because you want to see the dick, but they would probably want to see the face.
they don't want to see dick.
Yeah,
They don't.
I've never had to send a picture. I don't
Well, we
know.
sent pictures all the time. We sent like fucking 5 pictures last night.
Well, actually, I have had to send a picture. I was in Knoxville one time. Yeah, I was in Knoxville, and then the chick, her screening process was like, Send me a picture of yourself with your tongue out holding up 3 fingers so I know that you're not a cop.
This?
so,
Doing the penguins thing?
so I did, and she was like, "Okay, cool, we're good to go." But other than that, that's the only time I've I've sent my driver's license, I guess, a couple times, so people will see it.
Nah, see, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do now that Backpage is gone?
Okay, so you'll use so Trist is one, that website, you'll use that website. Eros is one, but a lot of people right now are kind of mad at Eros because apparently
What about Double List?
Double List. I don't think I've ever used that.
Let's see.
Slixa is one, and then you got Private Delights is another one. So basically,
Hold on, let's see. You
You
said.
need to write those down.
Yeah, I want to look these up real quick. Let's see what you got. Never heard any of these.
yeah, dog, just like the big 4, dude. I would say Slixa, Eros, Private Delights, and
Hold up.
Trist.
Oh, I haven't heard any. Okay. What
Check
was
out
it?
Slixa.
Slicks.
SLIXA.
Like that?
Yeah, .com, I think. Yeah, so Slixa is nice. We're just exploring that score world. Yeah, so you go to Atlanta. I only saw one dude.
There's adult search, adult look.
Okay, yeah, I fucked with both of
Those
those.
kind of suck.
But yeah, I get calls from like third world countries all the time because I fuck.
These
with
are all the same ones that are on the other ones anyway.
Yeah, but you can search. I think you can search by dude maybe because I saw when I looked up was looking for male escorts. I found a guy on Slixa in Atlanta. I hit him up and he was like, I can't do it. But,
Let's see. These are all different cities. Though.
no, those are just via. They'll fly to Atlanta and shit. But if you scroll down, you'll see a lot more.
I mean, you were looking up for male escorts. I mean, what's up, dude? What do you want?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I gotta do the podcast, bro. I'm not just. People need a male perspective, dude. It's all female escorts out there.
I got you an hour, man.
Nobody knows the game.
Let's see.
We got people in the chat. Oh shit, we got 25 users in the
Hello.
chat room. Hey. Yeah, so a lot of times, so I know we talked about screening before where it's kind of like hard to screen somebody. And like all the escorts, a lot of the escorts I've seen, you got to like give, like provide either multiple references. You got to like maybe send them a picture of your ID, your like LinkedIn, so they can like
Yeah, I don't do all that.
make sure. But I feel like who's looking for you, you know? Like it's, who are the cops here? The cops,
There ain't no cops trying to bust male escorts.
yeah.
Yes, I'm bi. I like to suck cock and get fucked in the ass.
Yes.
What who's like the demographic? Who hits you up like age wise? Is it anything? Is it like
They're mainly
Mixture, really. But
they're mainly older.
older,
But mainly, yeah.
Yeah, I think the young ones are too scared.
like 50s?
No, nothing.
Oh, no.
Probably probably close to my age, maybe a little older, 40s, something.
Oh
like that.
fuck, that's not that
It's
old.
not that old.
We're hearing this couch squeak. You heard that
That's
podcast?
not
It's the
so
couch.
I was sitting on my butt like this yesterday. It's like the loudest thing ever. Yes.
Some cut.
Get it. Get it.
That was my interview with Dino. Yo, shout out Dino. I really do appreciate you coming on the podcast. Listeners, that has been episode 18. You didn't see that ending coming. I didn't see that ending coming. We're in this together. But no, thanks for being here week after week. I really do appreciate it. If you have not yet, subscribe to the podcast. We're everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, whatever, SoundCloud, Google Play Music. We're everywhere. So no, if you could give us a rating, write us a review, that really would help. Give us a following on the old Twitter, on the old Instagram, Full Service Pod. My Instagram and Twitter, like I said, Tank Funkadelic, and our email address, the old email, fullservicepod@gmail.com. Fullservicepod@gmail.com. Send us some, let us know what you're thinking, you know. Hey, it's right now, it is Monday evening. It's 2:14 in the morning. It is Tuesday now. So I gotta go to sleep. But stand up. I got some shows coming up. This Thursday, I'll be at Jailhouse Brewing in Hampton at 7:30, January 30th. February 12th, I will be at Good Nights Comedy Club in Raleigh. That's 8 p.m. February 15th, Skytown Barbecue in Wilmington. That show is at 8 p.m. February 18th, I will be at Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta. And March 1st, I'll be at the Punchline in Atlanta. So if you want to see some old stand-up comedy, I'll be out there. So go check it out. I got a link in the Libsyn page to all the upcoming shows. But no, episode 18, it's done. I don't know why I'm still talking. We'll be back next Tuesday. Later. Have a good week. Full service.